introduced by Ms. Fernandez. I would be speaking on the topic of selecting correct insulation material for energy efficiency. So the flow would be like, I'll give you a brief introduction about our company and then the types of material that are available for insulation, product selection criteria. I mean, what and how should the insulation be selected while going on the application process, and then as we're discussing more of industrial insulation, product range, which is for industrial insulation is known as ROX, which is the global product offering. And finally, I will be touching upon technical. So just to give you a heads up about our company, ROXUL, it's a Danish multinational with over 180 years of experience and business presence in around 120 countries. We have also 45 manufacturing facilities across the globe. Now, ROCKWOOL as a group has got various operating companies or various product offering companies like technical installation, which is primarily for process industry. Then we have fire safe insulation, which is building systems. Then we have post solutions, which is for our system partners. We have some special fibers which are used for automotive braking systems. Rodan is also a sister company which are into horticulture. And then we have Rock Panel, which is for exterior cladding, and finally Rock Phone, which is for wall solutions. So the topic what we have been given today is for energy efficiency. But before getting into that, we should know the product, what we offer. As ROCKWOOL Group, we offer the product which is called stone wool, which is manufactured from salt rock. This name, ROCKWOOL, is a very generic name in India. Everybody uses this name to brand their product. So just to, before we begin, I would like to stress upon that ROCKWOOL is our group. It's a registered logo, and the product what we manufacture is called stone wool. The benefits of stone wool are as follows. First and foremost, for safety part, it's fire resilient material, and it's got very good thermal properties, acoustic capabilities, that means sound insulation. Then we have robustness, it doesn't degrade easily, aesthetic look, I mean the finishes and all of perfect, and then finally the water properties, I mean water repellent. The better water repellent the product is, the better the material. And last but not the least, we have something called circularity, which means this material can be used again and again. So coming to energy efficiency. So now, I mean, as hearing all the speakers, energy efficiency has been a buzzword, and the government is also doing a lot of things for improving the energy efficiency. Like we have seen in the past few years ago, focusing on electrical vehicles. What we have found out that the maximum energy that is being used is basically in heating up and cooling the systems. So, and we have also found out the major energy consumers are primarily manufacturing and services. Together, it takes around 38%. We have transport, which is around 35%, and residential. So put together, I mean, a major part, or around 40%, is used by the manufacturing process. Is quite a lot. So ROXUL, as ROXUL, we try and develop products which can give us better carbon footprints and reduce energy efficiency. And the energy efficiency has been labeled as the cheapest and the cleanest way, I mean, cleanest choice for energy supplies and demand. Like, as a good example, if you see here, it has been a study has been done by the International Energy Agency, that's IEA, which says that due to energy efficiency efforts, which has been done by 11 countries, approximately 1,337 tons of oil has been saved. I mean, less oil has been consumed in around 40 years. So that means it can have a huge impact on oil consumption. So basically, energy saved is energy produced. Amount of energy you save is basically reduces your cost, and that's, you can say, in terms of monetary terms, it gives a better effect on the bottom line. Coming to the next slide, this is might be quite interesting to you all. As one of my previous speakers was saying that CO2 emission is one factors, and insulation and low hanging. Now we have seen a study which was conducted by McKinsey and Vattenfall, which says investment in upgrading insulation is minimum, least, and energy efficiency you get by that is maximum. I mean, it's like you get the ROI, return on investment, is the maximum. CO2 saving, which comes from.
Yes, this is. I'm actually.
Sorry, is any questions coming up? Okay. I'll carry on. So this study says by McKinsey and Vattenfall is the minimum amount of investment required. I mean, the investment required for upgrading insulation might be minimum, but the effect or the cost benefit by in terms of savings or the return on investment is maximum when you have proper insulation installed. So types of insulation. This is one of the topic because insulation has a broad category of products. The types of insulation are basically segregated into two: inorganic and organic. So our material, what we call as stone wool, comes under the inorganic part, and in organic insulation you get a lot of byproducts or products which are from the oil byproduct, like expanded polystyrene, yes, hydrocarbon products, you can put it. So basically, insulation products, again, stress upon into two parts: inorganic product and organic product. Inorganic product. Now, again, insulation product is again, I mean, stone wool product is part of the mineral wool family, which is having some other product as well as family. Our product, which is stone wool, comes under the, I mean, the red part is the product. Apart from that, there are three other products primarily, which is glass wool, which is produced from silica, sand, and glass. Then we have slag wool, which is rampantly used in India, but not quality of insulation material, which is produced from iron ore slag. Then comes this ceramic material, which is primarily manufactured from clay. So this product are basically industrial insulation products, which are categorized or used based on the temperature requirements. So glass wool, we all know it can sustain up to 250 degrees, slag wool maximum up to 500, and then stone wool, which can withstand temperature up to 750. Then we have ceramic wool, which can go beyond 1000 to 1200 degrees. So broadly, mineral wool is classified into 4 different products: glass wool, slag wool, stone wool, and ceramic wool. Now, product selection criteria. How do you select the insulation material? There are basically product criteria. First is the primary performance. Primary, which is maximum temperature, right content, which is very important nowadays because of corrosion and insulation issues which happen in bad insulation material. Water absorption or repellency. I mean, less is the absorption, better the material is. I mean, more the product is water repellent, vibration resistance, short content, and visibility. So insulation selection is primarily in broader criteria, primary, secondary criteria. Now, need for insulation. Why do we need insulation at all? First is comfort, and comfort in terms of thermal comfort. Industry, when you enter, you get a lot of high ambient temperature, which will not be able to. I mean, we can't withstand those unless we have insulation. And then cost saving. If there is no insulation, the cost of processing would be high. Fire. Stone wool by default gives to us fire rating, condensation control, and finally environment. So it is said that the consumption of less energy reduces the generation of greenhouse gases. I mean, better is the insulation, lesser is the CO2 emission. Again, selecting the insulation material can depend on the equipment or the kind of area where we are going. Shape of the equipment, act of the equipment, dimension and vertical or a horizontal equipment, space dimension, and the maximum service temperature. As I've shown you in my previous slide, you are using various other materials, but what I had shown earlier depends on the temperature. So selecting of insulation material also depends on the service temperature of your process industry. As I said you earlier, Clorox is the product range for industrial insulation. Clorox as a offering primarily has three different products: the pipe section, slabs, which is called rigid boards, and then we have mattress, which are nothing but a blanket with netting on it. We also have developed a technology which is called WR Tech, which means all our material by default are water repellent. Whichever material you select from our product portfolio, all are by default water repellent grade. Selecting of insulation is also depending on the type of equipment you are going to insulate. It's a pipe, normally people put pipe sections, which is the molded pipes made out of stone wool. Then, if it is a vessel or a boiler, any other large equipments, option of select mattresses. One stands for wire mattress, ROXUL stands for slab. Select a wire mattress or a slab. Secondly, if you have a column or a duct, primarily it is wire mattresses, and if it is an industrial chimney or a stack, it could be wire mattresses as well as slab. And ROCKWOOL has always been a front runner in developing new products, and also depends on of late. From our Indian factory, we have started manufacturing a product which is a mattress and which doesn't have a wire netting to it. It's kind of a flexible blanket, and this is preferred in countries like US a lot, because when you use the mattress, you get a stitching wire, and that stitching wire attached to the base metal, and it can cause bimetallic corrosion. So to avoid bimetallic corrosion, this was a product which has been designed and developed by ROCKWOOL globally. And this product also can be used over any dimension of pipe as well as equipment. So the USP of this product is it can be used as a mattress, as a slab, as well as a pipe section. So this is a very flexible kind of material, and this is what has been developed indigenously, and in our Dahej plant, which is our plant in India, we are manufacturing this. So as Clorox, we have been working on energy efficiency as a ROCKWOOL. We have been working on energy efficiency. The Clorox brand of product has shown good result in terms of reducing carbon emission as well as the saving of energy cost. So this was some mathematics to it. This was done for one of our client life calculation here. So we had taken two pipelines of 900 dia, which is around 35 inch plus minus, and the process temperature or the operating temperature was 300 degrees, and the densities and thicknesses were basically calculated with requirement. And the calculation was done as per ASTM C682, which is basically the steady state formula what we see. I mean, this live demonstration was done using our product for one particular section that was 100 meter, and for the another section which was again of the same dia, same thickness, same conditions, we used our computation material. So after a period of usage, what we found out was for our pipe section, I mean our material, what was used, the Clorox VADMAT, the heat loss was around 614.4 watt per meter. Whereas when it was used, the other part, what was, our competition product was applied, we found out the heat loss was around 678 or 679. Difference was roughly around 62 watt per meter. The surface temperature, the temperature on the skin, for our part, wherever Clorox was used, was 62.7, and for other competition product, it was 65.4. So the difference was not much, 2.7 degrees. But when we found out, when we went on for calculating cost in terms of heat loss, an assumption of plant running for 800 hours, the energy cost is around 8 rupees per kilowatt. We found out the cost of heat loss was around 4 lakh rupees for just 100 meter. So consider a refinery or a petrochemical wherein there are kilometers of pipes running through. What could be the cost of energy loss? So one small change in the product can actually give you the payback, which is not more than 1.5 months. So this was a live calculation, and it's done in Indian. So continuing with our efforts to increase the installation effectiveness. I'll be speaking of them for my next presentation, that is technical tools, what we call of. First is ProCheck. This is basically the thermal audit, which is done by our licensed engineers, certification done. And what we do is actually go to the client's premises, permission from them, and find out their pain areas where they face a lot of heat loss, and give a solution in terms of what could be the remedial measures. We give them a proper study. If you see this picture, apparently when you see over the cladding, the insulation looks to be good. But when we do the thermal audit, pink and yellow line show energy loss. Loss of energy is directly proportional to the cost of this kind of services we are providing to our customers. That's the on-site technical services what we provide. And secondly, we also do some calculation to determine the right kind of material to use, like what density, what thickness you need, which kind of product you need, whether it is a mattress or a slab or a pipe section, can be determined by using the software which is called ROXUL. And this is online software. No need to download the app or to register. You have to log in with your official email ID, and that's we don't private servers get into it. And actually do your own calculation. Like for example, whether it is a equipment, flat equipment or a circular equipment or a cylindrical equipment, you have to just select the object type, then the diameter or the surface. If it is a equipment, you have to select flat surface. If it's a pipe, you have to select the diameter, and then just put in or key in few important details like the process temperature, ambient, and wind speed. You can actually get the thickness required as well as the product type and the density of all these are free. We don't charge for it. These are live. You always encourage people to get into this. So that's from me. Thank you very much.